Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. It's been a while since I did a video, but I'm working like crazy, and hopefully you are. Hopefully you've taken the situation and have come up with a game plan. And that game plan should include preparing for worse times. Yeah, probably a lot of you are unemployed right now because of the break that we have to have. And the whole thing about shutting everything down. I'm torn between, are we doing too much or are we not doing enough? Should we be shut down? But this video was not to address that. This video is to address what the FedEx driver just told me. I told him I was going to do a YouTube video on it. Says I wanted his permission, and he gave me permission. Real nice guy, and he's been working his butt off, I will assure you that, because my resupply plan is what you see right here. We've been ordering through Walmart and having delivered to the house. And then there's an ordeal. I am tired of this. What we do is we open the boxes up, let them sit, then we clean them, then we let them sit, and then we clean them again. It's ridiculous, but we're not taking any chances because we are quarantined here. The nice thing is me and my son picked up some work. One was putting in the lawn for 3 days, so it was just me and him and my neighbor. And then we did some cleanup the other day from the tornadoes that came through in Seneca, South Carolina. So just utter destruction. Just seeing that, and I've seen tornadoes before, but I haven't seen one recently. Just the level of damage that can be done in seconds has me thinking, has me doing some changes on the homestead, but that's for another video. So this is how I'm getting resupplied. I am full speed ahead, stocking up. We are preparing for a total economic collapse. And if it doesn't come, then guess what? We'll have food for a long time, which is fine with me. Because I also believe food will become more expensive with the money that our government is trying to get out into the economy. All these trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars will eventually have to be paid back. They'll either be paid back by increased taxation, cutting services, or inflation. I don't know what their game plan is, but all of it is bad news for us. So prepare. I don't want to just use my stockpiles. I want to keep adding to my stockpiles as I'm using stuff out of them. But I want to talk about what the FedEx guy told me just a few minutes ago. Nice guy, single dad with 3 kids, so this is killing him. His kids need help with homework and schooling, but he can't be there because he's delivering 3 times as many packages, and I'm responsible for a big selection. I get this every couple days, a big delivery. Now some of the boxes only have 1 or 2 items in. It's just how Walmart does it. But he has 3 times as much packages, so he's working a lot, and he gets paid by the day, and he gets no extra increase for the longer hours. So I feel really bad for him because I never thought about the single parents. They got to be hurting. And he also complained about he's training a driver, and that driver has a spouse that worked in food service, a restaurant, and they're unemployed, and they're collecting unemployment, and they'll also probably be collecting, I don't know if they've started, but they're eligible, the $600 federal. So they're actually making a lot more than they normally do working in food service. And they get to stay at home, while this FedEx guy is working very hard, risking his life to bring us needed stuff to our lives. The problem is FedEx, I got it right from him, so don't argue, don't say someone's lying, is not providing him any PPE. He works for a contractor that has to cover a certain amount of area. FedEx is saying they're getting them, the driver's PPE, but right now he has none. He bought his own gloves, and I gave him 100 surgical masks. I opened a big case so he knows they're not infected, and I gave him 2 of the 50 count boxes out of there. I've given away lots and lots of masks. You might say, how do you have so many? I've given probably, I'd have to look, but probably over 12 to 1,300 masks away, being N95s and surgical masks. And that's a whole video on itself, how I got so many. Just really want to say, a lady named Ann had the the vision to prepare in that way. And Ann is I'll make a video on Ann. Ann's a special person that's been a prepper for a while, and she was put on hospice. And I don't believe Ann is with us because I've called her cell phone a couple times, haven't got any answer. I hope she is still alive, but she was in hospice. But I'll do a video on Ann, because all you non-preppers that have made fun of preppers and complained about us hoarding, Ann has provided a lot of relief to a lot of people, a blessing. But let's get back to the FedEx guy. So he's killing himself, and there's people out there making a lot more than what they were making. Is that fair? I don't think it's fair. There's no incentive to go back to work. And FedEx, you need to step up and get these guys PPE. They need to protect themselves. They don't need to provide it themselves. These guys are on the front lines delivering things we need. Some of you might say, well, FedEx is providing it. Well, this guy hasn't gotten it. I had to provide him 100 surgical masks. He has to buy his own gloves. He has some masks on order, but he has no idea when they're going to come in. So hopefully FedEx hurries up and gets these guys the next necessary protective equipment so they can continue doing their job. Because they're my lifeline. This is how I get groceries. I have done one pickup at Walmart, curbside, and I've actually had them leave the cart away from my vehicle. I loaded it into my truck. I took my truck on purpose so I could put it in totes and coolers. That way I don't have any contamination inside a vehicle. Yes, I'm being paranoid, but we're fine right now, and we're going to continue to be fine. So that's how I'm getting resupplied and also preparing for an economic collapse. Are you doing any more? Are you just happy with your little stockpile? Now, I'm definitely not hoarding. Some might say I'm hoarding, but the availability is out there on Walmart. Now, a lot of things you can only order one or two, which is fine. They have a $35, if you order $35, you get free shipping. So if you're not using that, start using it. We're getting all kinds of good stuff. Sometimes it's hard to find things, but I keep on it, and I get what we need. I'm trying to build up my stockpile to even go further. I really don't want to say how much it is, but I'm planning for multiple years of a bad situation. And if it doesn't happen, we'll still eat, and I will have the ability to help others, because as a prepper, it's important to help people. And I've helped so many people that need something. I have it stockpiled. It's like, yeah, I got it. Because guess what? There's other people that are helping me do things. David and Pam, good country folks. They hatched out some chickens for me, gave me 15 baby chicks the other day, and it got some more coming for me. So the good things you do for people, it comes around. You might not think it does, but it's always come around for me. So FedEx, get on the ball and get these guys some PPE. I'm going to cut this video short. I'll make another one maybe today or tomorrow to show you what we were doing. We've been working like crazy. I think you'll be surprised and happy to see something getting accomplished. What are you guys doing? Have you accomplished anything? Thanks for watching.